and welcome to The Courageous Chick. I'm Shakia Mayer, and in this video, we're going to talk about the power of perseverance. Now, I know you know what the definition means already, but I want to give this definition to you anyway because I want you to really listen to it. Listen to the words. Sometimes, because we know the definition of a word, we forget, though, the meaning behind it, the value, the significance of it. And so for that purpose, as I said before, I want to just read to you the definition really quickly. So, perseverance is persistence in doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success. Let me read that to you again. Perseverance is the persistence in doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success. Now, the power of perseverance, right? This is you going forward, moving forward, regardless of what your reality looks like right now. You know, sometimes as leaders and as visionaries and as business owners, as managers, as team builders, we come across these hiccups. We come across these obstacles. This is what's going to separate the leader from those who are not ready to lead, and that's okay. So I was reading this article and I came across this quote by Stephen Pressfield. And the quote is, most of us have two lives. The lives we live and the lives we are capable of living. Most of us have two lives. The lives we live and the lives we are capable of living. Now, he's an author. If you follow his story, if you know a little bit about his background, then you'll know it took him 17 years for him to sell a body of work. And how much did he make off of that deal? He made $3,500. 17 years at him working at his craft to make $3,500. It took 27 years for him to publish his first novel. Perseverance. That's what separates Stephen from other artists. Some people really give into this idea of being a starving artist. So they're like, well, I want to be a writer, so that means I'm never going to eat, or I'm not going to have money, or I work in the mental health field like I do. So that means I'm not going to earn, the money that I really want to earn, or the money I know I deserve to earn. And so, again, those obstacles, those limiting beliefs, the self-sabotaging behavior, it keeps us where we are. And that is what is going to separate everybody who wants to be a writer versus those who write, because you can be a writer still and not earn a penny. Do you want to be a writer and not earn a penny? That's okay too. Sometimes people do it just for themselves, and that's okay. But what about those who want to write and they want to publish? They want to publish their work, right? Then you want to stick with it. You want to persevere regardless of the delay in achievement, regardless in the delay of you achieving success. And success is going to look different for everybody. I already know that, but stick with me. So the power of perseverance is what will separate you from a person just doing something, a person living one type of way, an ordinary way, a way where you're not as fulfilled, a way where you live a life without passion, versus the life you are capable of living if you persevere, if you stick with it. Because everything doesn't always happen during the time span that we want it to happen, right? There's this delay, even with manifesting. Most of the time, you can't manifest immediately, thank goodness for that. If you watch The Secret, they give an example. If you try to manifest, or if you're thinking about an elephant and then it just plopped into your room. So we want to be grateful. We want to be grateful for the delay. Because while what we might look at it, or we might perceive it as a delay, during that time, what are we doing? So when you persevere, what do you have to do? You have to keep working at whatever it is you are trying to achieve. So a leader, a visionary, sees, they have the end goal in mind. Like me, I have a goal, I have an idea, and I already see the end result. So I struggle with the details, if I'm being honest, because I'm a big picture thinker, and so I already see it. And because I see it, I'm like, oh, that's what I want. Like, let's make this happen. So during that time of delay, or during that time, I don't even want to call it a delay, but during the time that you are working on your craft, or you are starting your business, or you're working on your skills so that you can move up or earn a promotion or get a better job, you are doing something. That's how you persevere. So the power of perseverance, again, is going to separate you from those who are doing and those who want to do. Those who keep dreaming about doing something versus those who are actually doing it. So now imagine if Steven, I'm used on a first name basis as if I know this man, right? But he's a famous author, screenwriter, all that stuff. And so now imagine if he had given up and he said, well, you know what? It's year 10 and I still haven't published anything. This is just not for me. Oh, everybody was right. Oh, I'm a big old failure. It's year 11. Oh, it's never going to happen. It's year 15. It's been 15 years and I haven't published anything. Maybe it's not in the cards for me. If he would have given up, so even come year 17 where he published this, he received money for his work for the first time ever, $3,500, and it never saw the light of day, that project. So imagine even then when he thought, finally, success is in my reach. I'm almost there. I'm moving along. But then it doesn't even come to pass. It doesn't see the light of day, the project. So imagine if he would have given up then, but he didn't. He persevered. He kept going until he finally published his first novel. And then after that, what happened? What happened? How much money has he earned? And I know success isn't only wrapped up in money, but a lot of times that's what, people want to hear. How much dollars did it make him? But this man, on one project, millions of dollars. Not the novel I'm talking about, even though the novel has sold millions of copies. And so that generates then money, right? His screenplays generates money. So now he gets to change the life that he was living into something else. Why? Because he persevered. He didn't give up. Even though his success was delayed, he didn't give up. Even though the monetary success was delayed, he didn't give up. Because there were still some successes. There were still some things, some positive things that were happening during that time. So he didn't just say, oh man, it took 27 years. I'm just going to publish this one thing and that's it. No, he continued. And so while I can talk about this all day because I think this is so powerful and I think it's something that a lot of people miss, a simple concept that a lot of people miss is the power of perseverance. If you want something and you are fully aligned with it, so you are fully in tune with it and you're like, this is it for me, this is what I want, then you stick with it regardless of the delay. You keep working at it. You keep perfecting it. You keep making it better. So for those of you who want to start your own business, or maybe you already have started your own business, maybe you even have a few employees, you have a small business, you have a few employees, but you want to grow, you want to expand. And because you're not pouring into yourself, you don't know how to pour into your staff. Maybe you want that promotion at your job, but because you can't pour, or because right now you're not pouring into yourself in terms of personal development, in terms of emotional intelligence or self-care or what have you, because you're not pouring into yourself, you can't give more to your company and now be seen as the leader that you are and now given this position, given the promotion. So remember, persevere. There is power in sticking with something, even though we might want the result right away. Stick with it. First of all, you have to know what it is you want. Be fully aligned with what it is you want. Take action on getting what it is you want, and stick with it even through the hard times. Even when challenges come up, even when there is difficulty, stick with it. Because if you give up, then you don't know, that could have been the moment where something positive happened, where the situation turned around. I just think this man's story is so powerful, and other stories like his that are similar to his, where imagine had he given up. Let me read you this quote one more time because I really want you to get it. Most of us have two lives: the lives we live and the lives we are capable of living. You are capable of so much more than you are giving yourself credit for right now. You are capable, you are capable of doing so much and of being so great. But if you forget about the power of perseverance, if you forget about sticking with it, then you won't ever manifest the things that you want to manifest. You won't ever achieve the big goals, the big dreams that you have. So stick with it. So, again, my leaders, my small business owners, my visionaries, stick with it. That is all I have for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And until next time, have a courageous day. And I'll talk to you all real soon. Bye.